And if you're wondering why I look half asleep, it is currently, not sure if you can see that, it is 5:30. So we just got up, sent her chicken shots over, now we're about to go down, have a black coffee, do our fasted cardio and get on with the day. So let's go. Now we will sit here, drink this black coffee and let me know how many spoons of coffee is appropriate to put into a coffee, instant coffee, like say teaspoons. I put 3 teaspoons into my coffee in the morning to give me a bit of a kick. So let me know how many spoons is appropriate. I think 1 is too little, but I'm gonna sip this, drink this, do my hour and 20 minutes of fasted cardio, go get my steps in, and then I'll see you back here for meal number 1 around 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock, sorry. Ooh. 1 hour, 20 minutes, fasted cardio, done. We're working, let's go. We are working, let's go. Steps about to go down. Looking fairly lean. Tan's coming off now though. Let's go. First block of steps done. Time to go in, have a shower, take the supplements, probably another coffee, and then get on with the day. So let's go. Now, this is very, very annoying. Oh my god. Really? Really?
I showed him a picture of like shirtless and I was like, why? Because I was like, I'm gonna keep it like people with 20K hit me up. That's insane. Well, thank you, man. The internship you denied us. Now it's a little different.
Meal 1.
I understood the word.
Meal 1 going down, and it is, I'm not sure if you can see that, it is 12:14. So meal 1 wrapped up. Probably one of my favourite meals of the day, won't lie. But gonna hit some steps now. And the reason I always go for like a 5 to 10 minute stroll after each meal is mainly just to aid with digestion. Like it's gonna help me digest my meal better. And I'm someone who's a big appetite. So say if I just sit here and have my meal, I'll be sitting here like I'm still hungry. But what I've noticed, especially on this prep, after every meal, just get up and go for a quick 5 to 10 minute stroll. It will aid digestion and you won't be hungry. Like you won't be, you're sitting there like, oh man, I'm still starving. Like it'll help you push that food through and give your body time to register that you've actually eaten. Because that's why, when you see people doing like food challenges and they absolutely scoff the food down as quick as they can, because your brain hasn't registered to your body that it's actually eaten. So that's why, quick 5 to 10 minute stroll, aid digestion, and you will not be peckish for much longer. Right, so lads, today I'm going to share with you the top 5 secrets to getting shredded. This is basically the 5 things you need to have in place realistically if you want to get shredded. I'm going to start off with the basics. Obviously you need a calorie deficit. Obviously you can go about creating a calorie deficit in a couple of different ways. Obviously you can have it from food, you can have it from an increase in expenditure, adding steps in, or adding cardio in. Now what to expect if you do want to get shredded, you want to get in serious shape, like you're going to have to cut for a prolonged period of time. So one thing that you have to expect knowingly going into it is that you're going to be hungry, and you're going to be hungry for a long period of time. And that's something that you're just going to have to deal with. Because a lot of lads come to me and they're like 4 or 5 weeks in and then they're complaining about being hungry. It's like, what do you expect? You're basically taking food away from your body in order to lose fat. Obviously it's going to be signaling that it wants to eat more. The next thing you need in place going into a fat loss diet to get shredded, you have to have the right mindset. You have to be going in with the expectation of this is going to be hard, and you have to almost know like when the moments do come and you feel like giving up, you're like, oh, what's the point? My God, it's so hard, it's so challenging. You have to be like, right, no. I knew it was going to be hard. I expected the hardship to come my way, and this is why a lot of people can't do it. If it was easy, everyone would be walking around with a shredded six-pack. It's not easy. Like, you're going to have times where you're really hungry, the energy levels are low, the fatigue levels are high, but you have to just push through it and almost lean into it. Because if you can almost trick yourself to be like, you know what, this is what hard feels like, this is good, I know I'm making progress now. You can almost feel yourself, this is burning fat. That's the mentality you almost want to adopt. Like, when it does get hard, right, it's working. The next thing that you need to have in place is a good support network. Obviously, say when you're on a fat loss diet, you're going to be a lot easier agitated. Everyone knows when you're hungry. It's not like you're walking around like, oh, this is great crack. So you have to almost explain to the people around you what you're doing, what your goal is, and you have to explain to them what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're going to feel. If you're just going around miserable and hungry and you haven't explained to anyone what you're doing, they're not going to understand. As long as they're supporting of you trying to better yourself, because that's what this is, you trying to improve yourself and level yourself up. The next thing is consistency. You have to show up every single day. You have to do the boring work every single week. You have to hit your steps, hit your calorie goal, stay in the deficit, hit your cardio goal, whatever that is. Otherwise, you're just not going to get there. The next thing, you probably have more fat to come off, and you probably have less muscle than you actually think. A lot of lads seem to think that they're very low body fat percentage, and they seem to think that they've got a lot more muscle mass than they actually have. Just to put this into perspective, last summer I was pretty lean. I was like, geez man, I'm shredded. Last summer I cut down to 170 pounds. I went on a long, 16-24 week gaining phase this winter, and now I'm in a position where I'm at 155 pounds. So 15 pounds lighter than I was last summer, and arguably I have more muscle. So that just shows you have less muscle than you think you have, and you have more body fat to come off. So that if you think you've got 5 kilos to come off, 5 kilos of fat, you've probably got 10. The last thing I'll say, you have to know your why. Like, why are you doing this? Like, it's all well and good being like, oh, I want to get in sick shape, but then when it does get hard, you're just gonna sack in the towel. Say for me, for example, I planned a photo shoot and I planned a mensphysique show. I was like, I cannot miss. So this for you, it could be an event. I'm going on holiday on this date and I want to look like this. But you have to have a why, and it has to be something deep rooted. Perhaps like you're lacking confidence right now. Maybe you're insecure at the way you look. Whatever it is, the deeper rooted of a why that you can attach to, the better. Like, say if you're like, oh man, I'm really insecure, I'm not happy with the way I look. Be honest with yourself. Are you happy with the way you look? Right, say you're like, no, I'm not. Okay, so that means you know when it gets hard, when you're really hungry, your energy levels are low, and you feel like packing in the tail, you just remember your why. No, this is hard, but I'm going to push through it because I don't want to feel like that. I want to be proud of the way I look. I want to feel more confident. I want to look better, and overall I want to level up myself so I can be a better person for everyone else around me. They're basically my top 5. I think that could have been 6 things that you kind of have to premeditate and know going into your fat loss phase. You're going to need the calorie deficit, you're going to need the mindset, you're going to need the support network, the consistency. You've probably got more fat to come off and less muscle than you actually think, and you have to have a strong why. But there are my top 6 things that you need to take on board. Right lads, I just realised that I forgot to record an outro for that video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.